Hello and welcome to the Diva of Days of Our Lives. Thanks for joining us tonight. And you can find me on Twitter at Diva of DOOL. And we're also on Facebook page, Diva of Days of Our Lives. We also have a YouTube page. And depending on where you're finding us, we're on Spotify, all the various Apple locations. We're getting a lot of hits from Apple, which is great. And but I do have to manually upload everything on there. So if you want to watch us live, you have to watch us on Twitter or Facebook for right now. So we have Marianne here tonight.
Hi, everyone. You can find me at mama_hooch on Twitter and Instagram. I'm also on Facebook.
And we have Miss Jen here tonight.
Hey, I'm at REXJDK at Twitter.
So did you guys watch all the episodes this week?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep.
I thought it was a much better week this week.
Oh, it was better than last week.
It was really good. Yeah, Friday. Yeah. Last couple days were good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it got a little slow in the beginning, and then it kind of picked up. So yeah, so everybody's trying to figure out who shot EJ. And Belle ended up finding out from Brady that EJ was even shot. She claimed she didn't know.
Yeah.
And don't you think it's time for Belle to get some female friends, and maybe Brady should get some male friends?
Yeah, true.
You would think.
Yeah. Who does Brady hang around with? No, yeah, that's true. Kristen. Guess. I don't know. Yeah. Yeah. They need to get away from the Demiras, both of them. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind them sharing, but it's like they've had this conversation a few times before. We get the picture.
Yeah.
She's basically dickmatized by EJ.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I mean,
yeah, she can't get.
I mean, it's nice having. I'm sorry. So, well, Anna's not here, so I guess I'll do the Kate update. Rex. Well, first, Kate and Philip were talking about EJ shooting, and Philip flat out asked Kate if she did it.
Yes. Oh yeah. Well, he knows his mother, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't know. I mean, she's definitely a candidate. I mean, she definitely could have done it.
Yeah, they're making it seem like everybody, they're kind of give them, a possibility of them all doing it. Kate, Gabby, like most.
Roman.
Yeah, Johnny. There seem to be zeroing in at Kristen on certain ones more so than others, but.
Yeah.
But Kate, yeah, especially with the gun,
I heard a rumor I don't like, though.
No.
Yeah. I mean, you want me to tell you?
Yes.
I think I know, but go ahead. Yeah.
The kid, Rachel.
Yeah. I've been hearing that too. And I think we brought that up in one of our, did Anna? I think it was Anna was saying about it being Rachel. And then we were thinking Sophia too, but yeah. I don't know. I don't know if they go there or not. I don't know.
They did on One Life. I mean, they made a 17-year-old kid a killer.
Yeah.
But when Nora's son, I was so pissed.
The only way it kind of makes you think that is because Kristen had that gun in her purse, and Rachel had already gone into her purse before for, what was it, the phone? Her cell phone?
Yeah.
Isn't it what? Yeah. Yeah, well, that's how she got involved with, found her grandmother. But yeah. So, and then Rachel was in the house. They keep saying that Rachel was sleeping in the house or whatever. So, I don't know.
Well, that's what kind of cracked me up. I mean, Kirsten does seem like the likely suspect because she was showering and blow drying her hair when he got shot. Well, you could say too she was cleaning herself up because maybe she did shoot him and got blood on her, or was trying to get rid of.
Yeah, she's a good suspect too. Yeah, I think. Yeah.
But I mean, and maybe that's why they recasted the role of Rachel too. Maybe they wanted to make her older, even though the younger Rachel was pretty she was a pretty good actress, but
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, she was good. She seemed older than what she was. She
Yeah.
very
acted
mature.
older.
Well, would you really want to put a gun in a child that age's hand?
Yeah.
No. Not a good idea.
Yeah.
So they think her whole motive is because she got rid of her grandma that she only knew for a couple days.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Is that, I guess, is that Kristen's motive too, because of her mother? But of course, they have,
Could be.
well, EJ and Kristen have a long history of, about, just not getting along. But I would think
Yeah.
that's the only thing. I'm trying to think, what else did he do to her?
Well, fighting over Demira.
Yeah, well, yeah, taking the CEO thing away from him, yeah. But then she did offer it to him back, but
Yeah,
Yeah.
I don't know.
yeah. So, well, Philip even, yeah, asking Kate, that kind of throws it that Philip definitely wasn't involved. Because that'd be a weird thing to ask your mom.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah, they're not even like Xander or Philip, they're not even centering on them, but they're taking
Yeah.
advantage of it. But no, they, yeah.
Then what's the point of Rex coming to town?
I don't know. What, just to find the gun?
Yeah.
No, it's the only thing I could think of. I didn't even realize he was coming back again. I don't know. But,
Yeah, I read somewhere they try to hide him and Allison Sweeney off the credits. They like waited till the last minute to put him on the credits
oh, okay.
so people wouldn't get
Yeah.
tipped off.
Yeah, because we had
But you would,
3 returns in this
Yeah.
past week. So, yeah. But I don't know how long
Yeah.
Rex will be on, though. Probably not long.
Yeah.
it kind of cracked me up. They had this reoccurring joke that Rex is the least favorite son
Yeah.
of Kate's.
Well, he was the least seen for a while. So,
Yeah.
the least, the child is Cassie is the one that's her least favorite.
Oh
We
yeah.
never see her. We never,
Yeah.
they hardly talk about her.
Yeah. We finally did find out she's somewhere in Chicago.
Yes,
Yeah.
they did say that. So maybe there's hope for her to come back someday.
Hmm.
I don't know.
Yeah, it was just funny. Rex was like, oh, I didn't even know EJ threatened your sons. And I didn't know until Philip told me.
Right.
And just making it seem like Rex is so far away in Chicago. That's not
Yeah.
far.
Rex was, yeah.
I think EJ could reach him in Chicago.
And Philip
Yeah.
was upset because she called Austin and Lucas first. So I don't know.
And Austin's in Switzerland, and we don't even know where the hell Lucas is.
Yeah. But they knew first. Which I always think
Yeah.
Lucas is her favorite, but then some were saying
And
Philip.
I
Yeah.
always thought it was Austin.
I don't know.
Well, I think with Austin, I think she just didn't want Austin with Sammy.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do think Philip's kind of the baby, though. Babies always get the most attention.
Yeah.
So, but that kind of cracked me up, though, that Rex is like, I had to find out from Philip. He didn't tell me. So, yeah, so Rex is taking notes and goes through her desk and finds a gun.
Mm-hmm.
And he's like surprised. Like, why would he be surprised as
I
much?
know.
Yeah.
It's
It's Kate.
And then he's telling Rome, and he says, "Do you think she did it?" Like, well, what do you think? Yeah. Even Roman has his doubts.
Oh yeah.
And I like how they keep thinking back. Roman thinks back to where, he got that out and put the gun back in. Then we have Johnny thinking back to the same thing. So we don't really know if Johnny took the gun or not, right? It just shows him opening it and holding it.
Wow.
But we don't know if he ever left with it or put it back.
Yeah.
So I don't know. There's some speculation of how that,
Yeah.
did Johnny do it and Roman saw him and is covering for him and put the gun back. I don't think it's Roman. I don't think Roman did it. No.
Yeah, Roman never killed Stefano in all these years. He's
I know.
Yeah. Johnny and Kristen are my top ones, I think. I don't know. Between those two, I think. I don't know.
Yeah, I could see. I mean, he obviously was very upset with EJ and with Sammy and the rape thing, and he's held that resentment for all this time. So,
Right.
but I don't know. maybe, I don't know, I guess we'll see. That'd be an interesting twist. I wouldn't expect that one.
Gabby too.
And
Gabby's another good one too.
Yeah.
it cracks me up though that like everybody decides they want to kill EJ on the same night at the same time.
Yeah. Oh yeah, then we do see Gabby being there, right? She's at the door.
Yep.
So what did she see? I don't know. Or what
Well,
did she leave?
and Rafe had the place bugged.
Yeah.
I'm not sure if it was just a mic or a camera. So Rafe really knows what happened.
Right. But
So,
we haven't seen Rafe look at that yet or listen to it.
Yeah.
We just see him getting it. So
yeah.
there's still that. So whether he's either going to hear who it is or see who it is. So I don't know.
Well, if he just heard something, it could be he heard nothing. It might be EJ saying, what are you doing here?
And a shot.
And then
True.
the person leaves.
Right.
So, I mean, it's possible we didn't hear anything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't know. Oh, and this fight was a little silly, but Tate versus Doug.
I'm so done with those three. They're annoying.
Oh, yes. I don't know.
Yeah. So,
when he comes in and hits him or something because he sees him sleeping on the floor or whatever.
Yeah, he was basically just in his undies. And
yeah.
It looked like Doug knew it was Tate and wanted
Doug
Tate
knew what he was doing. Yeah. He knew.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because he wants Holly. He's telling her, he's acting like he doesn't, but we know he does.
Mm-hmm.
And I think Holly does too. Well, she's not acting like someone that doesn't like him or still supposed to be in love with Tate. I don't know. I don't think she doesn't know what she wants. Typical.
She could do better than both of them.
Yeah.
They're all disgusting.
I just don't like Doug. I just don't. Oh.
He's creepy.
I don't like. That should have been, if that's Doug Williams' grandson, I'm telling you what. I don't think so. I don't think. Yeah. There's no personality there. Doug had a personality. My God.
Yeah.
Jeez.
Well, it kind of, the whole thing cracks me up. I mean, seriously, he's an adult man pursuing
a teenager.
Senior.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's
he seems a lot older than them.
Yeah. It's like, no.
Although it's hard to tell ages because I think the actor that plays Tate is a lot older than, but he looks younger. He looks younger, but he is definitely older than. Yeah.
I mean, what's Doug gonna do? Take her to her high school prom? I mean,
that's just wrong.
Yeah.
I had a male friend do that. He always looked a little older, but his high school prom, he brought a grown-ass woman to the prom.
Yeah.
I think she might have been mid-20s. And we're like, what?
Oh my God.
No.
I mean, my junior year, I brought my boyfriend, but he was a freshman in college. That's only
not too bad.
2 years. That's not, but no, my friend brought a grown-ass woman. Oh, whatever floats your boat. It looks like that part's just not going to go away. And someone said they spotted Amy Choi was in some of the April Fool's videos they had on Instagram. So they're thinking Mrs. Choi is still around and Sophia is, assuming 9 months from now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I don't think this baby's going to be adopted. And this is another thing, please explain this to me, because this makes no freaking sense. EJ's in a coma. He was shot in the Demira mansion where Johnny and Chanel were going to raise Tate and Sophia's baby. But since EJ's in a coma, they think they should reapproach Mrs. Choi about getting her permission to get the baby to Johnny and Chanel because EJ's out of the picture because he's in a coma. Even though he was shot in the living room in the mansion.
And Kristen lives there.
I don't understand. I mean, doesn't this prove the theory that this family is too violent? They have too much violence around them?
Yeah.
Oh, go ahead and talk. Anna wants me to send her the link, which I can't find, but
I just went back and found it from last Saturday
did you?
on my text line. Tell her to go back. That's what I did.
Okay. Yeah. So
Oh, well, we were talking about. Oh, my sister. Oh, well, isn't John? But Johnny and Chanel's not living in the mansion now, right? They're with Pauline. Yeah.
Yeah, where is Abe?
They just need
Is
to get
James
their own
Reynolds
place.
okay?
What's that?
Is James Reynolds okay? I have not seen him lately.
I know. I haven't seen him either. I haven't heard anything. I'll have to try to find out about that. Yeah, I know what you mean. He hasn't been on. So I don't know. But yeah, they're living with Pauline now, so they just need to get their own place.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, Chanel has her own business. I don't know what Johnny does. I mean, he still doesn't have a job. Johnny.
yeah,
He's
he
living
needs
off
to get a
his
job.
dad's money.
Yes.
Yeah. Or maybe from his producer or directing days, maybe he still has money. I don't know. But he never did put that movie out, right? Was he supposed to do the
Nope.
movie with Marlena?
They killed that movie.
Yeah, really.
Yeah, and I wanted to see that movie. I mean, what the hell?
Yeah. So I don't know. I still say the baby isn't Tate's. I don't know. Anybody think that? I don't know. Unless they're going to have Tate and try to get Tate and Sophia together to raise the baby. I don't.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's going to happen. All right.
You think that's going to happen?
I do hear the rumor the baby's going to be born very soon. But then the timeline doesn't add up for Aaron either.
No. Yeah. I don't know. I'm just thinking maybe they did a quick hookup and we just didn't see it. That one time they were talking together.
Yeah, but the timeline doesn't match up, though.
Okay. I don't know. Hello, Anne.
I'm wondering if it's her father.
I still think it's just Tate. So.
Okay. Well,
hey, Anna.
we'll see what happens.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Yeah, the link to the studio is the same every single week.
Oh.
I just kind of scrolled back and
I was trying to log in and everything, and I didn't even know how to log in.
Yeah.
I should say,
I was like,
save
maybe
the
we're
link.
doing it differently.
Yeah,
okay.
I put it in my favorites.
Okay, I didn't know that. I thought it was special each time. Okay.
Well, I did a partial Kate update this week. Do you want to make any comments about Rex showing up to town and then Rex finding Kate's gun? And then Philip asked Kate if she did it, if she shot EJ.
I was watching that episode tonight, and I just didn't get that last part. So I saw Vivian said she was going to go freshen up after she said Kate should kill, who's she trying to kill? Xander?
Xander.
No. Xander. Yeah. And that's where I was trying to get in over here. So I didn't see that last part.
Oh yeah.
So did she act like she did it? I don't think she did it.
No.
Who?
No. Kate.
Oh yeah, we were talking about the suspects. You mean to kill?
Yeah. So what did you guys say? Oh, okay.
Oh, you mean kill EJ or Xan? No, okay, maybe I'm.
Okay, I'm confused now.
No,
I didn't see the last part where Philip asked her.
Well,
but I'm assuming she acted suspicious.
No, he just came right on and asked, "Did you do it?"
Did you do it?
When he saw the article.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe was that earlier in the week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I saw that then. Okay. Yeah. I'm sorry. Yeah, I saw. I think I was listening to it in the car. Yeah. She said, "I'm going to just tell you this one time," something like that. Well, you know what I think is kind of funny is I'm trying to figure out if Rex really does have an issue with his arm, or if he was skiing in Reno in real life.
Is it a real life injury? Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
And they kind of wrote it that way.
Yeah. Yeah,
I mean,
I don't know.
obviously he was going to come back because we were writing him in to come back for a little bit. But I just thought, I wonder if. But yeah, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know what you guys had talked about before, but like I said last week, I still think Sophia did it.
Yeah, well, we were
She seemed
discussing who
awfully.
we thought could be,
Well, who do you
tough one.
guys think?
I'm saying Kristen or Johnny. I'm not sure.
Mm.
Those are the top ones of mine, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah.
there's rumors out there that it was Rachel.
Yeah.
But that's rumors. But I don't know. Gabby's been a suspect too. But
I'm thinking it's
I don't know.
one of the Rachels, either the
It's-
older or the younger.
Yeah. What about you? What are you thinking?
I'm thinking probably Rachel.
Yeah. Yeah, I was thinking Rachel or Sophia. Because, I mean, with Rachel, they just kind of blew that off that she was asleep. Oh, she slept through it.
Right.
Yeah.
But here's the weird thing is EJ was looking like, why, before he was shot, didn't he kind of give a look like, why are you here? What are you doing here?
Yeah.
So he would know Rachel was upstairs. But then if she had a gun, but I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're trying to make it look like it could be Gabby, but because she's such a hothead and everything. But
And
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot of people there. What's that?
they make it look like it could be Kate or Roman.
Yeah.
Or Rafe.
Yeah.
Or Rafe.
I don't think it's Kate or Roman, but Roman might think Kate did it and be cover for her just in case. I don't know.
Yeah.
But yeah. So. And did he already awaken?
No.
Oh, okay. I thought I saw
Oh,
where
that's a
he was.
dream. Belle.
That's a dream of Bill's.
Okay.
Belle was imagining he was awake.
Okay, because I fast forwarded through Belle by his bedside.
And
That's why.
you have to talk to yourself so like Sammy can overhear you saying, "I love you, EJ."
Of course.
Of course.
Of course.
As soon as she walks in, yeah. Oh, it's always nice to see Samantha back.
I know Jen doesn't feel that way.
I know.
You know what? I will admit there was some growth with the character.
Oh yeah,
yes.
Yeah,
that was the best part of the whole week to me.
Yeah, she was a little more grown up, right? Not ranting and raving, screaming and yelling.
Yeah.
I was riveted. They could have had the whole episode just her and Johnny.
Her and Johnny,
which they kind of did.
Yeah, their
and
conversation.
She finally admitted she raped Austin.
Yes.
Yeah.
She more or less
drugged him to have sex with her.
She more or less
drugged him and
Johnny,
took advantage of him.
Yeah,
she didn't say the R word.
She didn't say the R word.
No,
but,
she didn't say the R word. But same thing, basically.
Well, it took all these years for them to say the R word about Jamie too. So
yeah, that's true.
So
but I thought they did it. I thought it was very well written, and I thought they did a great job in those scenes.
And they explained Sammy's history. They let Sammy explain her history. So basically, she was assaulted or the R word 3 times. I didn't realize that, but yeah, I forgot about way back.
4.
4 aren't Alan and EJ and the other guy.
Alan
and Arnold Reniger or whatever.
Arnold, yeah, that was 3.
That's 3.
Yeah.
And wasn't she like it wasn't shown on air, but wasn't it insinuated she was a prostitute when she ran away?
I didn't know that.
Yeah, no, after she slept with Lucas, she left town. When she was like 16. And Carrie and Austin followed her.
I don't know, but
well, yeah, I have to go back and look at that. But I thought, I didn't realize that many times. But then, yeah, she did admit to Johnny that she did the same thing to Austin. So,
yeah,
she was trying to explain why she fell in love or why she married, EJ after what he did.
EJ,
right? Yeah. Well, and the other thing was there was some lust going on before that. Wasn't there? Like, wasn't she? there was all these little teasers for a long time before that ever happened, I think.
Oh, they were red hot. I mean, his
Oh,
first time she saw him, he
Yeah, it was a
opened the
towel.
door with just a towel on.
Yeah.
oh, I
Oh
remember
yeah.
that scene. Yes.
Oh,
I was
Yeah,
that
like,
yeah,
was.
yeah.
ooh, who's
Oh,
this
I
guy?
remember that one.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
James
I
Scott.
went right to that image.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah,
Well,
it's in my brain forever.
Oh yeah. Yeah, we get you, Sammy. We
it's
know.
kind of like the package banner. That one won't ever go away either.
Oh, that one.
That you
Yeah.
made. That you made. Well,
Yeah.
so so yeah. I mean, I thought what was also interesting is here Sammy's mother is this famous psychiatrist. Everybody in town has seen this woman. She's a hero and all. So it's like it kind of helped me empathize with Sammy a little bit, just thinking, okay, or sympathize, just thinking, okay, here her mom is saving the world, and her mom says, you really need to do the work to change
Heal.
your brain, change your patterns and everything. Yeah, some crappy things, horrible things have happened, but you've played a part in some of that as well, so on and so forth. And you need to do the work. And she said, as my mom said. And so it's obvious, like for years, she resisted that, probably partly because her mom, who was held up on a pedestal by most people,
Mhm.
but who cheated on her dad, all that. And so, and she was human. At home, she was a human. At work, she was this superhero. And so I think that explains a lot for a lot of people who deal with that sort of dynamic, I would imagine. Um, so it's just kind of interesting. But I don't know. I really liked like you said, Jen, the progression
Yeah.
of the character and owning her own part in things that she did in her life. Not that excuses anybody else's bad behavior, but
No.
she took responsibility for hers.
Yeah, finally.
And she's in
Yeah,
therapy
and
herself now. And she
yeah,
went.
yeah,
And yeah. Yeah, she's
right.
admitting what she
So,
did wrong, but before she never would, own up to it.
She
Really.
justified everything she
She's just
did. Yeah.
yes, yeah.
right.
Right.
Well,
Uh-huh.
yeah, because I really didn't like Sammy. And I remember when I joined the Days community online, I was shocked how popular Sammy was. Like, I had no freaking clue.
Yeah.
I thought she
Yeah.
was
She
like
was
the number one villain.
Yeah.
But, and Allison played it so well, and it was so well written. And I liked how they had her come in there and she was calm and,
Yeah.
dealing with all the stuff and explaining
Right.
it. And I was just thinking while you were talking, it's like, I think Sammy just got messed up so bad because her family was broken and, all that stuff that happened between Roman and John and Stefano and everything.
Yeah.
And I think Sammy globs on the men to
Mhm.
like try to make a stable family for herself,
Mhm.
and we've all seen that in real life too. Someone comes from a chaotic parenting situation and they might get married young or have a baby young and they just form their own family. And I think that may be what Sammy was doing all along. Like
Yeah.
she wanted Austin because he seemed like a good stable guy, and
Who
but
knew
I
he
never
would grow
understood.
up to be a forensic accountant?
Yeah.
So, and by the way, if you guys didn't watch, Denise Richards and Her Wild Things, that was on Bravo, which her season just ended. There was a whole episode just to Pat. So Patrick Muldoon had Denise Richards star in one of his music videos.
Oh my God.
So the entire episode was Patrick and Denise's relationship from like 30 years ago.
Oh.
They haven't dated since like the late 90s or something. Like they broke up and she went, I think, straight to Charlie Sheen after that.
Ooh.
But they always stayed friends, and they're still friends because now she's remarried.
Mm.
And it was kind of funny, but yeah, the whole episode was about Pat. That kind of blew my mind. So, because when she was on Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, he had a couple appearances, but because he was also known to Lisa Rinna when Rinna was on the show too.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
So, but yeah. So anybody wants to see Pat, being himself, yeah, check out
Oh
Denise
boy.
Richards and Her Wild
I'll have
Things.
to check that out.
Yeah, it's on Peacock. Yeah. So if you don't want to watch all the episodes, you just want to watch Pat, that's fine. So, but yeah, her family's something else. Speaking about growing up in dysfunctional families, can you imagine having Denise Richards and Charlie Sheen being your parents?
Oh, God.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Yeah, so her older daughter is on OnlyFans and her youngest daughter is born again. So
Poor kids.
that's
I'm wondering how Emilio Estevez turned out so sane.
yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And where is he?
Maybe that's why. Maybe because he's not acting anymore.
Yeah.
He's on the reunion of the
Yeah.
Breakfast Club, though. They have this tour.
Oh,
Yeah, did you see that? I saw
Oh.
that. They're out on a tour thing, signing like books.
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Oh, how fun.
because it showed them all. Yeah, it showed them all. Yeah, they all got together. Yeah, and
Is Joe Caplos with him?
And he had what's the other one? Judd Nelson. Yeah, all of them.
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Is Joe Caplos
Hey,
with
he
him?
was on the Mighty Ducks too. I like that. Emilio Estevez. Yeah. I remember that. Yeah, I don't know. He's not doing much now.
Yep.
That was a while ago. Mighty Ducks. That's when my
Young
kids
Guns.
were, young. Remember seeing those movies.
Yeah.
Mhm.
I saw their father. He did this thing like where they go back to trace their family.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And they have relatives from Ireland, I guess.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I like him too. Sheen.
Yeah, Martin Sheen.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Jeb Bartlett.
Yeah.
I
Oh,
love
yeah.
that show.
West Wing. Yeah, that's a good show.
Yeah.
Okay, so we had a fight in a DeMira mansion between Gabby and Kristen. Basically, they accused each other of shooting EJ.
Oh, yeah.
So
I'm trying to remember that. Yeah.
I remember the time thinking it was good, but like looking back on now, I can't remember what the hell they were talking about. But it was
throwing accusations probably back and forth. That they've done.
Oh, yeah. Another storyline which they totally effed up, and I do not understand this at all. Xander and Philip decide, hey, let's take over DeMira now. EJ's in a coma. Kristen's being interrogated by the police.
Right.
Yeah.
And they keep the whole takeover off screen, and they just show up at Gabby's office saying, hey, we're your boss now.
Right. They skipped the whole vote
Yeah.
And
I was going to say, what happened?
Mr. Shin, well, they convinced him, right? To
Shin made a call to the voters.
Yeah.
Okay.
They got all the voters
together.
I
saw Mr. Shin, but I didn't realize they
got that meeting together pretty quick. All these voters showed up. They got a hold of all of them.
They did it so quickly that nobody in the DeMira family knew anything about it.
No.
Right. That's what
Isn't
I was
there
wondering.
some that still have votes? I guess, Kate gave up hers. Yeah, I don't know. Doesn't Theo still have some? I guess Tony gave up his too. I don't know.
Yeah, Chad gave up his.
Kristen was on the way to work when the cop guys came by and, found the gun in her purse.
Yeah.
And so, but I mean, she was more worried about getting to the office than she was about her brother. So I don't know.
I guess Lee called a no confidence vote. In this way, he is the proxy or something.
Who? Lee?
Lee Shin.
Lee Shin.
Oh,
even
Mr. Shin. Yeah, Lee's the son.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I got
you.
Yeah.
So however it worked out, now they're the Gabby's boss, and she wanted to quit. They convinced her to stay. So.
Yeah.
Well, she thought she could quit with her company, and they're like,
right?
"Nope."
No, yeah,
Nope.
Yeah. But which I still insist she never went back to Demir in the first place. I still think,
It's basic black.
yeah. Well, no, I thought she went on her own when she she got divorced from Stefan.
Yeah.
Yeah, she pulled away from Demir months ago, so I think that was a recon.
Yeah.
But yeah, and people were pointing out online, like, of all the people to talk to you first, you're not going to talk to Kristen or any of the Demirs, you're going straight to Gabby.
Huh.
So that was kind of weird.
Kind of funny that JJ was telling Sean that he was concerned. Like, what if Gabby did it?
Oh yeah, JJ is like, yeah. I think he later on. I think he confronts Gabby about it too. Yeah, he has his doubts. Yeah, because he found her pointing the gun at EJ before.
Yeah,
and had to stop her.
He went looking for her, and she wasn't at her house either.
Yeah, the preview this week is like brought all that up, and he's like, "You didn't have an alibi." Well, a lot of people don't have alibis. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Basically, nobody was in the Hernandez house that night. All four of them were gone. I don't know. That really doesn't prove someone's guilty. But I mean, JJ is such a shitty boyfriend. Why he told a cop?
Yeah,
he told Sean.
Yeah.
But then Sean actually kind of deflected it, and it's like, no, let's go investigate Kristen first.
Yeah.
That's funny.
Sean had Gabby's back more than JJ did.
Yeah. Breaking up.
And it's like what Kristen and Melinda were saying, Dumb and Dumber.
Oh yeah, Detective Dumb and Dumber.
Yeah.
I mean, really, if you killed somebody in Salem, are you really that concerned you're going to get caught?
Well, and I was thinking they learned from the best because good old Roman, Rex pulls the drawer out and he's like, mom has a gun or whatever. And he's like, well, I know she has a gun or whatever. But he just reaches down and picks it up.
I know. It's like so many fingerprints are on those guns. No one's going to know who did what.
And then, of course, Johnny was thinking about how he had gotten the gun out of his grandpa's safe and all that,
Right.
It wasn't really a safe, it was a box with a lock on it.
Right.
Yeah.
And the keys on the bottom of a mug or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Taped to the bottom of a mug. Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God.
This is the former police commissioner. He really didn't do a good job securing his weapon.
No, he didn't. That's another story.
I mean, to be honest, he probably should be able to carry all the time, being a former cop. So it's like kind of dumb that he just has it there where somebody could just walk off with the box.
Yeah.
And then, anyway, and it wouldn't take much to break the lock,
No.
Yeah, that all was pretty silly.
But I mean, Roman might have set up JJ. He's like, "Oh, I'm sorry, Johnny. Like, oh, so you're mad at your dad? Oh, by the way, I have a gun sitting right here."
Yeah, it's like, what the heck?
Yes.
I mean, that's the last thing I'd do if I knew someone was upset. It's like, hey,
I have a gun.
I have a gun right
That's
here.
the reason that the cop shop for 30 years had the worst
still is
record place in the country.
Yeah. The best cop wasn't even a cop. It was Shane Donovan.
Yeah.
So AJ's in a coma, and then Belle, after talking to Brady about their weird trauma bonding with the Demiras, tells EJ that she loves him. And I mean, isn't she a little old to not know the difference between love and lust? I'm sorry, she doesn't love him. She doesn't.
No.
Oh.
No.
She would have been trying to catch him in the act, confessing, being wired. If she,
yeah.
I thought he did make a good point that she was trying to bust him so he wouldn't be a temptation for her anymore. If he's in jail, he's not much of a temptation.
Right. Oh, right. I even liked how Sammy come in, and she didn't come in and like screaming at Belle like she normally would. She's very calm and said, you're a
Yeah.
grown ass woman. You can do what you want. I'm long done with
And that,
EJ. Like she was not really upset at all. I mean, she got her digs in, but nothing.
Oh yeah.
Nothing like what she would have been like before.
Yeah.
well, and that's interesting too, because you guys have all in one way or another said something about Sammy being calmer or whatever. So maybe therapy really does work.
Yeah.
Yeah, it must
But
be
because I
helping her.
mean, every time it seems like over the years, every time they've had her come back, she's storming into town.
Yes.
You know.
Raving lunatic.
Yeah.
Raving lunatic is
Yeah.
usually how she handles
Yeah.
things.
So it's a good departure for the character,
Yeah.
I think.
Yeah.
The only pairing I liked it with was Lucas because he grounded her.
Yes, I love them together. And it wasn't even so much their chemistry, just their relationship all together. Yeah.
I
They're
kind of felt like they were two of a kind, and like
yeah.
he knew everything about her inside and
Right.
out, and he accepted her
Yeah.
the way she was.
I
Really,
mean, there
Yeah,
wasn't
he grew up.
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I kind of prefer this mature Sammy, that she's calm but still shady, as fuck as to Belle, which because Belle deserved it.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the thing. It's a classier way than screaming and swearing and throwing a fit. Just
Yeah.
just take digs at people.
Well,
Yep.
and when Sammy's been around all her life listening to Perfect Belle, like even wasn't even when Belle and Brady were talking earlier in the week, and he's like, "You're such a good person," and all, and I'm thinking, I can think without even thinking about it on at least two hands how many times she's not been a good person.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're really looking at it that way. So I'm sure Sammy kind of over her lifetime has resented the fact that yes, Sammy was definitely the bad girl in a lot of ways, but Belle was far from perfect. And so, I mean, it doesn't excuse anything Sammy might have done, but it's just hearing, oh, she's so perfect. She's the perfect kid. And I could just see Sammy rolling her eyes because it's like, yeah, if you only knew.
Yeah.
But, yeah.
Well, it was worse with Carrie. I mean, you have Carrie as an older sister, and everybody puts her up on a pedestal that she's perfect, and
that's true.
Yeah. So then you got to deal with the baby sister, and her mom finally had a baby with John. So I mean, Sammy has known her entire life she was never the favorite child.
Yeah.
Ever.
Well, they shipped her twin brother off to the grandparents' house in
Yeah.
Colorado for how long,
Yeah.
So what one thing that was interesting is when she was talking to Johnny, when she said something about when her parents were both gone and all that, and I thought, it's interesting because it's kind of a good life lesson for real life too. When people are judging when we judge other people or whatever, that there's a lot of different perspectives. Doesn't excuse bad behavior, but like I never even really thought about that in thinking and framing. I mean, I certainly knew of things that it shaped that character, but it never really occurred to me. Oh wait, yeah. I mean, that was really messed up for a kid to deal with all that.
What one parent was gone, like Roman, right? He was gone for a while. Then Marlena was gone for a while. Then Roman came back.
Mystery.
They got together. Then John. Yeah, the whole thing was
And
gone.
Carrie shows up.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The one who should be screwed up is Carrie.
The one who should be screwed up is Will too, and he's not.
Yeah.
Will came out the best of all, one of the best of all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. With Sammy and Lucas as his parents.
Yeah. Harry was the one who lived through all of it. The twins were like just little kids. Like they were babies when Roman died. So they never really knew Roman. And they were really small when Marlena was gone.
Yeah. But then John basically
Anna ditched Carrie on Marlena too.
Yeah, right. First, Carrie, right, Roman and Marlena, and then John raised her for a while then too.
Yep.
The most, I think.
Yeah. Carrie was kidnapped.
Yeah. I remember.
That was Baby Nap too by Sammy.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Did she bring that up? I don't know. Did she? I know she said she saw her mom and John cheating, but then I don't think she said about
She didn't mention that to Johnny. She just
kidnapped
said
Belle.
she just said it was a miracle that she was just amazed that Carrie and Austin ever were able to forgive her.
Yes, she
You
brought up
know.
trying to break them up. Yeah.
Yeah, and that Terry and Eric came out sane.
Yeah, how did Carrie and Eric? Yeah, two. Those are the two same ones.
But Eric did take a different path, though. He was a priest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You might say that's a little,
But he's done some bad things too. So.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, he drunk driver who
Drunk
killed
driver,
somebody. Yeah.
Different things. So yeah.
And also the whole, having affairs with a married woman and all kinds of.
Well,
not to mention that elephant story, but we won't bring that up again.
Well, Carrie almost killed Sarah. So.
Oh yeah.
She was doing drugs one night with Chad Webster, and the house caught fire.
Oh boy, I don't remember that. Yeah.
Yeah, that was like before the Cruise of Deception when Lawrence Alamain first came to town.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. They were doing some movie.
That was
It's deep in the archives.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Sarah almost got killed.
Yeah, so we so that was interesting that how Sammy just told Johnny all that stuff. I mean, it was good to give him some perspective, but it still doesn't quite explain why maybe Sammy's trying to say that she's been forgiven, so she forgave EJ, and that's why she married him a couple times.
Yeah.
I guess that was the point.
And she did basically what he did.
Did she mention the grief sex when they thought Johnny was dead?
Oh my god.
What?
Yeah,
she had the hots for him even before he raped her. And so it's like, I think she's sort of kind of, without saying that, sort of acknowledging that, she kind of looked past the rape thing because she already had, had lust for him anyway. I don't know. It doesn't excuse his behavior. I'm just saying, like, she probably rationalized it. Well, maybe she didn't rationalize it, but somehow made peace with it or whatever.
Yeah, I think she's in her head. She's thinking maybe him raping her wasn't that bad. Like, just fixed it in her own head because she was attracted to him in the first place.
Right.
Yeah.
And if she's not thinking right, which she wasn't for many, many years, she could have been like, didn't she say something about karma? Or someone said something about karma at some point. I can't remember.
Yeah.
But, when she was talking to Johnny, it's kind of like, he's like, no one deserves that or whatever. And she's like, yeah, but sometimes you don't realize that you don't deserve something. Or, basically the psychology of it was interesting and rings true for what we know in real life. Sometimes with people, with trauma and all that. So anyway, I thought it was very well done. Very well written.
Yeah, so and Chad did intervene. The reason why Sammy and Johnny talked Chad talked Johnny into going to the hospital to see EJ. So yes, that happened a little bit before that. Yeah, so we did bring it up a little bit. Kate and Philip were celebrating them taking over Demira at the mansion, and Vivian's drops in and tells them yes, yay, that they want her to, she wants Kate to kill Xander.
Yeah, she wants Kate. First she asked Phil, I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Yeah, she wanted 50% of Titan, but she's like, well, now you acquired Demira, so now she wants 50% of the entire pie, which there's no way Philip can really do that. Like, he's trying to explain, we need shell companies and moving money around and all that jazz. And she's like, okay, well, just kill Xander.
And then also her point was, my agreement with you was to split Titan two ways.
Mm-hmm.
Basically, now that Xander and Philip are sharing it equally, that means she's only getting a fourth if she only gets half of Philip's half.
Yeah.
You know,
Mm-hmm.
she goes, that wasn't in the picture. You know, that wasn't the calculation.
Yeah.
God. So what is Kate gonna do? I'm curious. This got me wondering what she's gonna end up doing.
What is Maggie gonna do?
Maggie finds out next week.
But then Vivian threatened to tell Xander, which I think she does. I think I saw something in the previews, but wouldn't that get Vivian in trouble? Because she forged. She's like getting herself in trouble by saying that the letter was forged.
Then Sarah and Kate and all these people who know about it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like
I don't see why Vivian thinks how she's gonna benefit from that by telling Xander. I don't know.
Yeah, she's definitely not getting a dime. Yeah. So
I don't get.
Yeah.
I'm trying to.
Unless she's offering Xander to testify against Philip so he can take the company over outright. I mean, that's the only thing I could think of.
I don't know. Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
But of course, we do know that Sarah's going to get outed eventually, and that's going to crush Xander.
And she's had many chances to tell Xander. Most recently, when he gave her this, what he give her a necklace or something.
Yeah,
that was Meg.
Pearl necklace.
The necklace or something like
it was the same one that it was the same type of made out of the same type of pearls that are very rare that Victor had given to Maggie on their 10th anniversary.
So she told him she couldn't take it and had to make up some stupid reason why instead of the real reason.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. So
it looks like it's finally coming to a head. This the rumors have it that Sarah confesses everything to Maggie, and then you have Vivian. Looks like she's telling Xander what happened. So it's all going to come out next week finally. And the whole thing is dumb anyway, because legally I don't even know if that letter would even hold up in court, especially when you just had a forged letter on Alex's behalf.
Yeah.
Just a couple months before.
Yeah.
I mean, really, the will's the will, period.
Yep.
So it's kind of dumb, but
at this point, give the company to Justin.
Yeah. Who hasn't been around. Him and Bonnie, I don't know where they're at. Yeah.
Has Bonnie been recovering from her injuries?
She was
her workplace injuries?
Quite a while ago, but we haven't seen her since. Yeah, since she
but,
Oh yeah. Oh, and Vivian insists she's moving into the mansion.
Yeah.
Yeah. Her and Maggie gonna live together.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Maggie said, "You get that vampire out of here."
Well, yeah. To be fair, Maggie did get locked in the sarcophagus at one point, so I can understand her bitterness.
Yeah.
I gotta say, I think that might have been my favorite Brady, though. Didn't Brady turn around and he locked Vivian in one too?
Yep.
Yes, he was Brady at that point. He had a scruffy beard, and he was drinking,
and he had a brain.
Yeah, but he locked. Who did he end up putting Vivian in there?
He put Vivian in, right?
Okay, that's what I thought. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. But Maggie was stuck in there at one point by Vivian, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
You would have been funny if Maggie's like, "Okay, I'll prepare a room for you. Give me your luggage and follow me." And they go to the Kyriakis crypt, and she just opens up a coffin or pulls out a vault
and puts her in
there
the vault.
You go.
That'd be great.
Maybe.
And back to Philip. How about Philip reminding his mom of all the other times she either killed or almost killed somebody or whatever?
Oh yeah, the different things that she did. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
They always bring the brownies up. Chloe.
Yes.
I was saying, man, that was. I was actually rooting for the brownies that time.
They always bring that up.
Yeah, all that over Dr. Tan. That
Oh,
sorry, Kate's never been jealous over a Dr. Tan.
Yeah.
gag.
Gag me.
Yeah, let's see. Now we got a lot going on.
Did you talk about your favorite character who can't act?
Oh,
Did you talk about the
Doug.
SmackDown
Yeah.
Oh
before
yeah, we did. Yeah. About the fight
okay.
with Tate. Yeah.
Yeah.
So why don't we have Sydney?
Yeah, what's up with
About
that?
Sydney. We talk about her, but we don't see her.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Well, number one, I thought she should have been back when Nicole and EJ were married. And they could have had a cool rivalry between Sydney and Holly. You know, sourced her up to Holly's age.
Mm-hmm.
You know, maybe make Sydney the kind of the the bad girl and Holly the good girl, and then they could have brought up that history of how Nicole passed off Sydney as her daughter, that she took the baby from Sammy. We could have opened up those can of worms, but no.
And here her father's been shot and she's still not back. She's still in boarding school somewhere or whatever.
Yeah.
They didn't even give an excuse. I'm assuming they're saying she's still in school, but I think they would let you out of school when your dad got shot and he's in a coma.
Right. Yeah.
But yeah, that's a huge missed opportunity not having
call Sammy though.
Yeah, she did call her mom. So, but yeah, I still think Sydney should have been back for the past 15, 16 months or whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, since Nicole and EJ. And the thing is, too, they could have had, that would have been a good twist. Yeah. Since Nicole took Sydney's from Sammy, they could have had Sydney take, the baby. What's Jude. Take Jude from Nicole.
Mm.
Yeah, would she do that to her Uncle Eric?
I don't think she'd care. Well, maybe she would have thought she was doing Eric a favor.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe helped EJ with deceiving Nicole into thinking it was EJ's kid, not Eric's. I don't know. But it would have been interesting to us to have Sydney. So, and especially when she was such a huge part of storyline from like age of, from a newborn up to like probably 2 or 3. She, Sydney was driving a lot of storyline.
Yeah, but she never talked.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Once they start talking, they're not interested. The writers aren't interested in you anymore when you start talking. So, okay. All right. So next week we have Rafe and Sammy kissing.
Oh, we're going back there.
Yeah.
Going back to safe. Does anybody know how long Allison's on the show this time?
Mm-mm.
No.
Nope, don't know.
But it's not permanent, so I don't know how long she's.
Well, I don't even think it's going to stretch
I don't
through.
think it's long.
Them. Yeah, I don't think it's even going to stretch through John. I think she's going to be maybe gone then back again. I don't. Yeah, I thought she did
gone and back.
Yeah. But didn't she film with the John funeral and everything though too?
I would think so.
Yeah, she was. Yeah, she was back for John's, and I don't think that's until June. I don't know. It's going to be. I don't know how long they are going to drag this out. I mean, yeah,
they're dragging it out more. They weren't. Marlene and Steve weren't on all week, and then the preview for next.
Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, and the preview for next week is Steve wanting to basically drop it for now, for whatever reason.
Yeah. Because they're 9 months ahead, and Drake passed away at the end of September, so that would be like June, where they are at. So they finally knew that he passed away, So I think that it occurs sometime in June, I think. That they find out that they have the funeral and stuff. So
I was thinking today. I feel really bad for Stephen Nichols. I mean, he acted with Drake for years. Jackie Zeman just died not long ago. He acted with her and Tyler Christopher.
Oh, yeah. He's had a rough year.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, damn.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay. Oh, and this is not on the promo, but we do get a Sammy and Kate scene next week.
Ooh.
Anna.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Because
Tammy is my favorite pairing.
I just want to see how Sammy's going to react to Kate letting the cat out of the bag about Johnny. Normally Sammy would want to kill her. I mean,
but hopefully, since she's had some therapy
and talked to Johnny, it seems like Johnny kind of accepted it, made it. Yes.
Yeah.
Let's see how civil that conversation is. Of course, she could be a little mad at her dad too, because her dad.
I know it'll be great acting. I hope it's some great writing.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Roman's the one that let it slip in the first place, but
yeah.
Yeah. So
well, I'm sure Sammy's going to say, "Oh, Kate, I forgive you. It's okay. It's fine. It's water under the bridge."
I don't think she had that much therapy.
No.
So
I don't know. Yep. Anybody have anything else?
I don't think so. Oh, Brian DiTillo is going to Young and the Restless.
Get out!
Brian DiTillo, I'm sorry, no. God,
no.
Chad.
Oh, yes. Yeah, Billy Flynn's.
Yeah,
But Brian, did we talk about this last time that he did do a good April Fool's joke? He posted a picture of him and his wife and his daughter's getting grown up already.
Yeah.
Seems like she was just a baby not too long ago. Saying he just signed a 3-year contract with Days.
Yes.
He says, "Remember what today is," or whatever.
But now remember.
And then I was like, it looked like Kristen Alfonso, because she was like celebrating and all that, and like so happy. Like I was like, she probably was like, "Oh my gosh!"
And then he came back and said, "Now remember what today is." Yeah.
I wish.
Well, he added that I think at the end of the post, and so. But yeah, but I didn't see it till 4 days later. So when I saw it, I was like, and then I started seeing the second comment was from Brandon Barash, and he was like celebrate and then laughing emoji. And I was like, oh, that little turkey.
Yeah.
Do they even sign contracts now?
I was gonna say the first thing is 3-year contract means nothing today.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, and someone was pointing out there's a ton of actors on right now who are not on contract. There's a ton.
Yeah.
I don't even think they do it anymore. It sounds like everybody's just getting. Well, a lot of them are getting paid per episode.
Yeah. I don't think
you live like that.
Yeah, it's a crazy business.
Well, I mean, if you think about it, and I'm not saying this is better or worse, but I mean, John Aniston was recurring for,
he was on a lot,
decade plus, and he was on more than he probably would have been if he was on contract. So you just never know. But I mean, there's obviously, benefits, no pun intended, to having a contract versus that other. But I would think in that arena, a contract, in the back of your mind, you're probably always thinking, yeah, it's about as good as the next 13 weeks,
Yeah. Yeah, that's the thing. The contract only ties up the actor for 3 years, that they can't do something else. It doesn't. The studio basically just has to pay you, keep you every 13 weeks, really. Like if they.
And I think they've gotten away from the guaranteed episode, or I don't know for sure, but it just seems like I think they used to sort of cling to the idea that they had a number of guaranteed episodes. So if they weren't played, if their character wasn't written for, they were still going to be paid for, or somehow or other, so for some of the seasoned ones, I think there was maybe a better deal, but I don't know. Yeah, I think probably that's why it kind of worries me. Is Days going to go 60 years and then call it the end, or What? Because if they're not really signing contracts that much, and they don't mean that much anyway, but still, that's sort of a sign. I don't know.
But they filmed way past the 60th anniversary.
Yeah, they did.
Oh,
Yeah, they're way
past
past
that.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay. I hope that's the case. I hope they're still going. I mean,
yeah. When are we going to see Bo and Hope?
I don't know.
yeah, I don't know. I thought it seemed like at one point they said that was going to happen, but I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. Unless they're
Yeah,
back.
they're still saying it
They're
is.
probably back for John, you would think.
Yeah.
Most people, everybody would be. Most at that time.
I gotta say, it's gotta be so shitty to be an actor on a soap opera and you're recurring. I mean, how do you even budget?
I know.
Like, if you don't even have a minimum guarantee appearance, like if you know you're going to be in for sure 4 episodes a month or something, or just throwing a number out there, at least you can budget. But I mean, if you don't even know if you're going to be on any episodes for a month, I mean, I don't know. That's shitty. I'm so glad I couldn't do that. That would be nerve-wracking.
Yeah. So unsure. You never know. And you might be on for this week and that week, but then you might not be on for a couple more months. Yeah. And you never know until they contact you. You don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I understand how they write stories in advance and you don't even, the actors don't, how they really know the actors are really available.
Right.
They're not on contract.
True.
They could be on vacation. They could,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, and I think that's the one thing, like, if you're on contract, you don't even know your schedule till like a week ahead or whatever.
That's crazy.
But like when you're recurring, I think they have to line you up and give you that, like, hey, we've got this thing we'd love for you to be part of for XYZ period of time. Are you available? But at least you would know ahead of time in that situation, because you would have to give them the go ahead or not,
Mm-hmm.
Whereas if they're contract, they're just employees and they can treat you however, So it's kind of sad. I don't know. But you're right. They write so far in advance, you would think they would have that all lined up. So I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
It's a mystery.
Yep. All righty, ladies. Anybody have anything else to add before we wrap up?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
All right.
Have a good weekend.
Thank you for the wonderful discussion.
Okay.
Thanks. Take care, guys.
Bye.
Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Bye.